Hi everyone. Today is assignment 10 of distance learning. Today is the law of sines. The law of sines is actually pretty straightforward. So the law of sines you use when you have given angles and sides that follow the pattern side-side angle. Now remember, some of you learned this as the donkey theorem, or the theorem that technically doesn't prove that two triangles are congruent, because if you read it backwards, see, don't make a side-side angle out of me. But if you have that pattern, you can find missing information, missing sides, missing angles of a triangle. And another pattern of given information is angle, angle, side. If you have angle, angle, side, then you could use the law of sines. If you have side, side, angle, then you could use the law of sines and find the missing pieces. The reason that we use the law of sines is because we're not going to be working with right triangles, and this is in lieu of SOHCAHTOA. This is in lieu of, instead of using Pythagorean theorem. So there's your background information. The reason we're using the law of sines is because not every triangle is a right triangle. You can't use Pythagorean theorem. You can't use SOHCAHTOA. So with that said, we will not be proving triangles congruent. We're not doing proofs. It's just the pattern that you have to recognize. So how do we use this? As you guys know, you have triangles with angles, and the angles are in capital letters. Angle A, angle B, angle C. So the side across from angle A is known as side A, but lowercase a. Remember all this fun stuff? The side across from angle B is lowercase b, and the side across from angle C is lowercase c. So the way this works is, if you have the pattern side, side, angle, and angle, angle, side, you can make a ratio. The side divided by the sine of the angle across from it would be equal to the side divided by the sine of the angle that it's equal to. Now, if you notice, I have three fractions equal to each other. Any combination of the two would work. We're not doing some crazy three fraction proportion here. So you pick any two. So it probably sounds like womp, 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 womp. Let's do an example. So for number one, find c to the nearest integer. Now, if you notice, this is a lowercase c, or maybe you can't, but I do know it's lowercase because angle c is given. So check it out. I have angle, angle, side, so I'm all good to go to use the law of sines. So I have I have side C divided by the sine of 53 equal to, like I said, you're just doing two fractions equal to each other, equal to 7 divided by the sine of 44. I'm sorry, I'm just rolling up my sleeve. So if you guys would notice, the three fractions equal to each other were simply for a example, a definition. So now what do? You cross multiply. It's a proportion. So it's going to be 7 times the sine of 53 equals c times the sine of 44. And you want to solve for side c, so you divide both sides by the sine of 44. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hit mode in your calculator and make sure that it's still in degrees. You shouldn't have changed it. It should still be in degrees, but I'm a worrywart. Just make sure it's in degrees. Go arrow over to it, hit enter. To get out of this, hit second mode, so you're in the home screen. So what we're doing is we are going to type in the calculator 7 times the sine of 53 divided by the sine of 44. So in order to eliminate any silliness in the calculator, I like to use alpha y equals and just type in as you see it. 7 times the sine of 53 divided by the sine of 44. Hit enter, and nearest integer is 8. I don't think we have any units of measurement, so the answer is just 8. The length of the side of the triangle is 8. Okay, if your head's still spinning, let's do another one. If you guys would notice, number 2, find the measure of angle C to the nearest integer. So we want this guy. Hello, we want that guy. So please notice that is our unknown. I know it's angle C. I should make it bigger, but I'm just trying to fit it in there. So there's your angle C. So check it out. You have side-side angle, right? So that will allow you to find the measure of angle C. Side-side angle. The two sides have to be in order, consecutive order, or next to each other, however you want to think about it. Don't think of it as side angle side. We'll get to that another day. So in any event, they match up. I want angle C, right? So 10 is across from it. So it's going to be 10 divided by the sine of angle C. They go together. Now I have to figure out another pair.